Well, greetings and hello there, everyone. It is I, your beloved and loved Star Wars Dad, Nooch Too Good, and yes, we are here today to tell you something that's might seem a little bit off or whatever, but I'm here to tell you today, you should not farm my farming guide. And what I mean by that is, I set out let's talk about what I try to do, and then we'll talk. So, when I put my farming guides together, and including the Nooch 2 Perfect Farming Guide, which we presented to you today, and along the way, we're even farming it ourselves right now with our Nooch 2 Perfect account. We're having a lot of fun doing that, and I view this as, and my farming guide and Nooch 2 Perfect account, as the perfect way to farm Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, as far as building up your assault battles, building up teams that work for you early in Grand Arena when you have the opportunity, which who knows when that's going to come. Really around those two things on your way toward Executor early. That's how I am building up you guys for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And I do believe that I'm onto something very important and very relevant for the game. And that's why I make a lot of content about it. This channel is all about. This channel is all about farming up those accounts early in the game and pushing your way through as you guys get to the mid-game, the late game, the end game, etc. You know, we want to get you started off on the right foot. But I truly don't think anybody should be taking my farming guide the way that I'm working on it. I'm showing everybody how to do the farming guide and doing only everything exactly as I'm doing it. I mean, that's the really cool thing about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Let me pull it up here. We're going to take that out. The cool thing about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is it is not a gacha game. It's a directed farming game where you are farming heroes and teams and champions. It's a hero collector, team collector game where you can farm whatever you want to farm in a very directed fashion, spending money or not spending money, spending a lot of money or a little money. No, you can do whatever you want in this game, and it's all available to you in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I just came off of a stream where I saw an account that was a free-to-play account that farmed Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Their first thing was they rushed to Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and now they're working on some other stuff. You know, Executor fits right into there with that as well. And it's not how I would farm an account from the beginning, but you know what? It's not a bad idea. I mean, if you look at, you want to be successful in Grand Arena as soon as possible, as quickly as you can be. I complained about it here recently. I complained about it a lot. Grand Arena matchmaking is whack. And if you want to have the best success early on in Grand Arena, you got to get a Galactic Legend as fast as possible on your roster. Otherwise, you're stuck and you have nowhere to go unless your opponent doesn't play. So, what I'm saying is, there are so many different factions and teams and farming paths and journeys and rosters and guilds and everything in this game. We look at the Order 66 raid, which I don't really include that as part of a lot of my farming guides, because if you guys are new players with new accounts, you're probably not looking at that raid right off the bat, unless you got into a really good guild. And if you're in a really good guild that requires you to do Order 66 raid, you should be farming the Order 66 raid. So, I'm saying all of this to just say that one simple thing. I don't think anybody, and I do mean anybody, I don't think anybody should be directly farming exactly what I say you should be farming in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes without branching out and doing something different that really fits what you love and like in the game. And I think the biggest example of this we've seen lately is I have left Lord Vader. He will be my last Galactic Legend on my main account. A lot of you guys are coming into the game now as new players and farming Lord Vader from day one. His clones are now available for him to make him a better Galactic Legend, and that's great. But this is a really expensive farm that doesn't give you a lot of return on investment other than winning fights in Grand Arena and other game modes. But as far as like assault battles, you're not really getting anything out of this farm. In fact, I don't think you're getting anything at all. No, maybe I guess you get the Empire for Forest Moon. That's about all you're really going to get out of this. So you're not going to be greasing your engine a lot for Lord Vader farm. And it's expensive, man. You got to go get gas, who is really expensive. You got to farm all the characters on here. The Bad Batch are really expensive. Either expensive in farming them in Kyrotex, or expensive with buying them in a bundle, or expensive with buying a Lord Vader bundle. And then once you get that done, you got to go get those new clones who are expensive. You guys have invested more money in those new clones than any other farms I've seen recently, which I think they've been made more globally available because now it doesn't cost you $300 to get a character at 7 stars within a few weeks. It just costs you $100. $100 is a lot of money for most people to be spending on a game on a bi-weekly basis or every now and then game in the... But if you can do that, you can afford it. So that's the biggest example I've seen is a lot of you guys are farming Lord Vader as new players in this game. I don't recommend it. I don't think it's the best way to farm a roster. But if it trips your trigger, if it makes you have fun in the game, if it presents joy to you in farming Star Wars Galaxy Heroes or playing Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, it is completely open and you can do whatever you want. In addition to that, like I mentioned, farming the Order 66 raid. And let's take a look at one of my favorite content creators, one of my friends here in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Let's talk about Sanja. I'm going to go ahead and play this. You want to find a good alternative opinion for that early game farming. Now, he and I both talk about assault battles because it's just true. It's just true that as a new player in Galaxy Heroes, you want to farm up your assault battles. However, he takes a different tack, like a completely different approach to early game fleet, and he's going after this Galactic Republic fleet with eventually going after Marauder and the Bad Batch on it. You want to get a different opinion? Go check out Sanja. He knows what he's talking about. He's a quality guy. I mean, he's smarter than me. I don't think that's up for debate. I get this. I got that thrown on the stream, but Sanja knows what he's talking about. It's spelled like Vegeta with a sun in front instead of a V in front. S-O-N-G-E-T-A. If you haven't checked out Sanjita's YouTube channel, go check him out. He does great work. He is very analytical. Very analytical. A lot calmer than me, believe it or not. Like, people think that I'm calmer than Arnold, and they like that. You want to go down a notch from me in levels of calm? Go see Sanja. He's also a little curmudgeon-y, which we enjoy around here because we get curmudgeon-y from time to time as well. So, all I'm really trying to say here, and I don't have a lot else to add, so I'm not going to make this a 15, 20-minute video. I think that every player in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes should absorb all the information in front of them. You can watch my farming guides. You can check out my mods guide. Mods is not an option. That everybody should be farming. Everybody should be farming mods. That's not an option. Just do it, or I'm going to yell at you when you get a roster review. But if you want to find some different opinions out there, some different ideas of what and how and who and when can be farmed in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes for teams that are effective for you early on or even through the mid game, or you just want to get some, go watch Sanja, go to my Discord, have discussions. Guys, it's an open discussion forum. And all I'm trying to say is the game is vastly populated. Tatooine is vastly populated, master. And yes, I've got my farming guide, and I believe it is the perfect way to farm the game, and I'm trying to demonstrate that right now to all of you guys. But there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways to peel an onion. We're not going to go with the cat reference. There's a lot of ways to peel an onion. Are there really a lot of ways to peel an onion? I mean, you kind of just take off the outer layer, and a lot of ways to dice an onion, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of ways to play this game, and there are a lot of content creators out there providing a lot of good evidence, a lot of good work, and a lot of good guides. I think Scribe Gaming has some beginner guides out there. So take all of this stuff into account. Look at the things that you enjoy in Star Wars. You can use my guide, use the other guides as well, and pick your path and farm that path and have fun playing Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. And come get a roster review. We'll take a look at your roster and I'll tell you how awesome it is, even though it didn't directly follow my perfect farming guide. That's all I wanted to say today to get that off my chest. I hope you all have a great day. I'll look forward to talking to everybody very, very soon. And of course, as you go throughout your days and you meander through life and you deal with the ups and downs and twists and turns, always remember, Nooch too good.